Hi, today I'll be demoing a piece of software that's been in development for a few months now. And this program uses AES encryption to protect your files. AES encryption basically means it locks your file with a password, making sure that no hackers that, say, get access to your computer, data, or a memory stick, whatever, can read your file, and make sure that they cannot read your file. And AES encryption is a government standard, so by using this program, you are using government-grade security to make sure that nobody can get into files you don't want others to see. So here we are. We have a few things here. We have a rich text box here. We can create new tabs. We have some text formatting we can do. So let's type in some quick text here. So this is a test for file encryption. So let's change the font for that. Increase a little bit. Maybe change the font to Impact. Black's a little boring, so let's change the color a little bit. Oh, I shrunk that by accident. Oh well, we'll keep that shrunk, I guess. So, this is a test for file encryption, it says. So, we can also do things like do a bulleted list. We can change the text alignment. So here we go. And maybe change the font for that. So here we are. We have some text written here. Pretend this is some confidential information. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to save the file. Now when we click save, it's going to say that there hasn't been a password created. So it's going to encrypt your file, you need a password to lock it initially, and then to also read it again. So you type in the password, it'll let you know that the password's been created, and it sets it. And then it asks you where you want to save your file. So we'll just save this onto the desktop and call it test. Now say you've just created your file, or you've opened up an existing file, and you decide that you don't like your password anymore, or you figure you just got to change it. You can just click here, change key, and you have to type in your old key and the new key you want. So this is it's kind of similar in making a new password for your profile on Windows. Kind of the same as that. You need your old password. You need to know your old password before you can make a new password. So, say if I type in a bunch of gibberish into here and I try to set the new password, it will not let you. So if you accidentally left your encrypted file open and someone wanted to be rude or pull a prank on you and change a password on you, they couldn't without knowing the old password. So let's type in the correct old password and let's type in a new key. And also you can't copy and paste from these at all. And it will also prompt you if you have caps lock on. So let's do our passwords do not match. So let's type those passwords in again. Okay, password changed. So now the password's been changed. to open up the file of your choice, and the program will automatically open up the new file in a new tab. Or you can take the file and drag it onto the program, also opening the file in a new tab. So those are the two main ways you can open a file, or you can double click it, which will open up a new window. So we can have multiple tabs. We have some text formatting here. So here's another feature that I'm going to go over that lets you generate a passkey. Now, generating a passkey does not replace the current password you're using for your encrypted file, or any encrypted file you have open. This is just a little tool for generating a password, say for you're registering on a website and you don't feel like making up a password on your own. You can just let this generate a password for you. So there's 4 things you can have in your password. You can include uppercase characters, you can include lowercase characters, you can include numbers, or you can include symbols. You can do any combination of these. So whatever's selected will be created. Also, you also have to type in the number of characters you want in your password. What I mean by that is, how long do you want your password? Do you want it to be 8 characters? 16, 32? 32 is the biggest password you can have, by the way. So if I type in something like 67, it will let me know that has to be 32. So I can do any combination of these. Click generate, and it will generate the password with the options I've selected. If I want lowercase letters and symbols, I can do that. If I want lowercase symbols and I want uppercase letters, I can do that. If I want uppercase letters, numbers, and symbols, I can do that. If I want everything, I can do that. Any combination of, I can do a combination of anything I want. The choice is yours to what you want in your password and how long you want it to be. So we have our password here, and I've copied it to the clipboard, and I can copy and paste it to wherever I need it to be. Now we're going to look at another feature that this encryptor has, where, because this uses RTF for your text-based stuff, you can do things like, you can take a file and you can copy and paste it into there. Take just about any file and copy and paste it into there. I could take a song or a recording, paste it into there, and I can open them from there. The only issue with that, though, is that if you try to copy and paste a file that's larger than 40 megabytes into this program, it will freeze and hang. Microsoft Word and WordPad will do the exact same thing too. So, there's another tool this program has which allows you to encrypt a standalone file or decrypt a standalone file. What this means is you're taking an individual file and encrypting it or decrypting it without the boundaries of a rich text. So, let's say I want to encrypt a video file here. Let's grab this wildlife video. It's labeled wildlife.wmv. So I'm going to click open on that. And now the program's going to ask me where I want to save the encrypted file. So I'm going to do it on the desktop, and I'm going to call it test standalone file encryption. Now I'm going to click save. Now it's going to ask me for the password I want to use for that file. So the password you type in here will be the password you use to decrypt the file. And like I said, if you ever forget the password to an encrypted file, you will not be able to open it up again. There is no loophole. That may sound scary, but think of it this way. If there were a loophole for you to get a password back for your own file, that loophole could also be used by someone hacking into your computer, which means the encryption is now useless, and they still get to potentially read your file. So when it comes to encryption, you either know the password and you can open the file, or you don't know the password and you can't open it. That's what keeps file encryption very secure, especially AES. So now we're going to go to that file and we're going to decrypt it. So we called it test standalone file encryption. We're going to click open. Now it's going to prompt us for the password that we used to encrypt that file. So we'll type that in. And the original file was called wildlife.wmv. I could rename this to cat if I really wanted to, but still going to save it with the original extension. Now it's decrypting the file, and the video is right there. So that's practically it for our file encryptor. You can encrypt and decrypt standalone files. You can encrypt and decrypt rich text. And one thing that's nice, because this is rich text, you can go into something like Word and open it. So let's see here, Word. Well, I swear there was a program for viewing DOCX files on here. Unfortunately, I cannot really read them. But we'll do this. I'll copy and paste this. This has some nice tables in here. We'll paste that here. And it keeps all the same formatting. So, although there's not as many options for formatting your text, you still can copy and paste formatted text into here. So, being able to have more text modification options will be worked on in the future, but for the time being, we've been focusing on the core of encryption and decryption. Being able to encrypt your data and decrypt your data, making it impervious. Because the goal of this program is not to be a word processor, although we will, over time, give it capabilities that most word processors have these days. But the main goal for this program is to protect your files. So be it protecting passwords that you use, or GUIDs or stuff like that, to just being able to encrypt your special photos or videos. You can use this for whatever you want. If you don't want people reading your stuff, especially, and if you're paranoid about someone hacking into your system, using this program would be a great choice. And it uses a government-grade encryption, which means the government uses this. They trust it. They trust AES encryption. While the government may not use this exact product per se, they will use any program with AES encryption because it is a government standard. So that's just about everything I have to talk about, and I'll see you guys later if you have any questions.